Hold yourself to a standard, bro. It's literally it. And if it's difficult for you to hold yourself to a standard, that tells you everything you need to know about yourself. That should tell you you have things you need to work on. But for those who believe they have the mental strength and the mental fortitude to just keep their promises to themselves, bro, that'll literally get you through anything, bro. I don't need to lean on nobody else. I don't need to believe in some divine power to get me to do the right things or walk the right way or be the man that I want to be or I'm meant to be. I hold myself to a standard, bro. I walk to a certain code. There's a certain creed about myself. I got my laws that I live by that I refuse to break to myself that will guide me in the right direction. That literally gets you, it can literally get you through anything, bro. When you would adopt it, you do it over and over and over. It just becomes your identity. It becomes your identity, man. There's no thinking, there's no bitching, there's no complaining, there's no I'm tired today or I don't feel like doing it today or I feel a little depressed today. No, fuck that. It's a code. It's laws that I've made for myself, promises that I've made to myself to get me where I want to be, and I'm gonna stick to it. It's no different than goal setting. It's no different than having something you want to achieve and knowing the things that you need to do to get you there and knowing the things you don't need to be doing that's going to prevent you from getting there, man. It keeps you out of trouble. It keeps you focused. It keeps you away from distractions. One of my laws is to minimize distractions, cut distractions, only use what's beneficial to me, right? That's my law. It's what I promise to myself is to not allow distractions in my path, right? Starting off, you just keep the distractions away from me, bro. I know what I'm inclined to do at certain times of the day or when I feel certain ways during times of the day, and I place myself in positions to minimize said distractions from fucking with me. Promise to myself that I will always do the difficult task. I will always do the things that I do not want to do. That I promise myself that I will always go the strenuous way, right? Because that just makes you stronger and it makes difficult things less difficult and you get accustomed to difficult things. Never give up or be discouraged because something may feel too strenuous, may feel too difficult. No, fuck that. That's not the man that I am, nor is that the man that I want to be, nor is that the man that I would like to show to everyone else, man. I walk it like I talk it, right? I practice what I preach. And I be a whole fucking hypocrite bitch out here to not exemplify what it is that I'm trying to give to the bros and help them out, man, because a lot of men are struggling with this, man. When if you are this archetype of man, the leader, the foundation, at least that's what you're striving to be, that's what you want to be to get that confidence, to be in control of your situation. This is the path you need to go forward, man. That's how you get there. When you make promises to yourself and you don't break those promises, and what does that do? What does that create? That creates confidence. That creates self-respect. That creates self-value, right? And when you build these things, when you build these qualities, and you build these traits, it keeps you from the bullshit. It keeps you from the degenerate shit. That shit don't affect you. There's too many men out here struggling, understandably so. The answers to the tests are out there to fix your circumstances, bro. Right? And if you're not one capable of following through on the promise he's made to himself, then if you can't trust yourself, then all you got to do is do it. Just do what it is you said you're gonna do. That's a whole part of the equation, part of the conversation that's missing right now is plotting these things out, making these laws to yourself, making these promises to yourself, drawing up this blueprint of the man you want to be, and putting together the path to get them there. But once you got that path out and you have these laws, you have this system in place, and you just follow this system, bro, everything is easy, man. It takes the emotion out of it. It takes the feeling out of it. you're essentially a fucking robot, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can compete with Chat GPT with the discipline you got because I'm a man. I'm a man of my word. My word is oak, especially when it comes to me. I'm gonna do what it is that I said I'm gonna do, right? If I'm supposed to run 2 miles a day, I'm running 2 miles a day, right? If I'm only supposed to be focused on this task for the next hour, I'm only going to be focused on this task for the next hour. So ain't no calls about to be fucking with me. Ain't no sports about to be fucking with me. My girl not about to be fucking with me. Ain't nothing going to be distracting me from what it is I got to do right now because this is the promise I made to myself to get me where I want to be. Right? That's how you get there. Right? Setting laws for yourself. Right? Setting standards for yourself. I mean, set a standard for yourself, bro. Right? That's how you breed confidence, man. When you set a standard for yourself and know anything that's operating beneath this standard, this low frequency bullshit is not for me and I won't partake. I mean, cool. Y'all do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? The world can focus on this bullshit, this shit that don't fucking matter. If it's taking me off my path, I'm not participating. I'm not volunteering to give my energy, my attention away to things that serve as a detriment to me. Right? And if I'm not good, ain't nobody else good. You know what I mean? It's the type of mindset you gotta take on as a man, bro. As a fucking man, you got to, bro, because ain't nobody gonna come fucking save you. You gotta save yourself. And essentially saving yourself is just following through on the promises you made to yourself. Right? You gotta make those promises. You gotta make those promises. You gotta set them laws, man. But following through on these fucking promises, man. Stop falling for these traps. Stop falling for these thirst traps. Stop falling victim to alcohol, drugs, porn, bitches, all this shit, bro. That's a goddamn trap, bro. Make a promise to yourself that I will not partake. I will not succumb to those demons. I will not succumb to those distractions because that's the type of man that I am. Right? It ain't no virtuous shit. I mean, ain't no spiritual. I mean, if that's what you need to get you there, then cool, bro. But this is just me being the type of man I am in my core, right? And the confidence that I'm trying to give other motherfuckers that have that amount of confidence in themselves and their core to know this is who I am. This is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do it. And ain't shit getting in my way, right? Just do it. Don't break your law to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Because you know what? You cannot lie to yourself. You can't lie to yourself. It's impossible to lie to yourself. Because you know. That subconscious knows, bro. Right? And you don't want to be a bitch to yourself internally in your head, knowing that you a bitch. You don't want to do that, bro. You don't want to do that. You want to feed that monster, feed that fucking machine that's going to keep you being a bitch. Nah, motherfucker. You got to feed it. You got to feed it ammunition. You know what I mean? Reinforce that mind with steel, motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Don't feed it this weak shit, bro. Because all you doing is setting yourself up for failure. All right?
I'm not doing enough, getting myself off of things that I can't control.
Why do you do that to yourself? You know exactly what you need to do to get where you need to be, don't you?
My problem is believing in myself without trying to seek someone else's validation.
You know how any relationship goes. There's good things and there's bad things. But I would definitely say I was led a little astray, which I mean, I don't necessarily like admitting that.
That's life, though, bro. That's the first part of it,
No,
dog.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm thinking way too far in the future too, I think, and it's just kind of pressurizing.
It sounds like you're putting too much pressure on yourself, to be honest, bro.
You know, I was looking at the things that happened over the past few years, and, you know, it led me to, you know, finding you and being a part of this community, because if I would have kept going where I was going, I wouldn't be here. And
a lot of men are struggling, and too many are doing it alone. No guidance, no community, no place just to be real. That's why I built this community. No ego, no judgment, just men empowering men. So if you're lost or you're tired or unfulfilled, pull up. Let's help you find your purpose, find your drive, and stand with others who get it. Join you, yield to nothing, overcome anything, unbreakable to everything.